Hi guys. All right, today we're going to do just a quick little Math Tech Minute PD on some of my favorite Chrome extensions last spring. Lindsay and I did a really short first favorite Chrome extensions PD, and today we'll have a couple more of some really good ones. So I'm going to switch over here and share my screen so that you can see the presentation. And there we go. So you should be able to see my screen. At the top of the screen is a shortened URL to the slide deck. You actually don't need to type all this in. You can start with the goo.gl/L for capital V T H U. All right, so I'm going to dive right in. First of all, if you're not sure what a Chrome extension is, the Chrome extensions work only in your Chrome internet browser. So if you're on your MacBook, then you'll have to use the Chrome browser in order for these to work. Or if you're in a Chromebook, then the Chromebooks automatically use a Chrome browser and the extensions work. The extensions are these little guys up here in your Chrome browser, right up next to the Omnibar. They are kind of just cool little tools that you can quick jump into, or that function just as an extra feature in your Chrome browser. And so I'll kind of show you how some of that works. So first of all, where do you go to get Chrome extensions? So those are in the Chrome Web Store. If you save these slide decks, you can click on any of these icons, and I hyperlinked to all of the extensions that I'm going to share, and I've hyperlinked here to the Chrome Web Store. But you can also just go up to an empty tab and type in Chrome Web Store. There we go. And it'll pop up, and you can just click through and go to the web store that way. You can also, if you have this apps button in your Chrome bar, you can also click on apps, and you can go to the Chrome Web Store. That way, there's either an icon there, or down here at the bottom, there's an icon. There's a bunch of different ways to get there. And in a Chromebook, the Web Store is under your apps menu. So you could find it that way. All right. First up, Adblock. So I actually talked about Adblock in the first of this extensions Math Tech Minute last spring. Adblock's really cool because it will block a lot of the advertising that pops up on web pages. So when you're searching around and you're wanting to go to a web page and read a little bit, maybe find an article that you want to read, there's always all this advertising everywhere. If you have Adblock turned on, then it blocks a lot of the advertising on the sides of your web pages. So it's kind of a really nice one for getting rid of all that junk that's on the side there of your screen often. And they also have an ad block for YouTube. So I know a lot of people have said, oh, it's great we have YouTube now, but it's hard to play videos in class because it always starts with a commercial, or I'm always worried about what commercial is going to pop up right after the video I show. So if you enable ad block for YouTube, those commercials will no longer air. So it's really cool. You can also, by the way, manage these all the time. So once you install an extension, it pops up here in your bar, or I sometimes hide them. You can manage extensions by right-clicking or by doing what I call a two-finger one-click on your trackpad. And you get this little management window. So you can go here once you've installed an extension to manage the extension, or if you do that hide, that's how I have all these other Chrome extensions over here. But here is Adblock for YouTube. And so you can see right now it's blocking ads whenever I'm using YouTube. It's not blocking annotations, which is a YouTube feature. You can annotate videos that you've uploaded and want to play for your class. But this is where you can go to kind of manage that. So this is really handy, makes it much easier to show videos in class and not worry about commercials. All right, tab scissors and tab glue. This is kind of fun. It's really helpful. I found as a teacher when I'm trying to make like class lists and things, I just today even had pulled up a class in Power School and I was looking at the list of student names and then I wanted to create a spreadsheet or a table with all their names in the table. And I was flipping back and forth between tabs and having to click back and forth was kind of a pain. So this is an instance when you can use tab scissors to kind of make your life a little bit easier. So they're kind of linked together here. You download them separately and you don't have to use them together, but they just kind of work really nicely together. So I downloaded both of them. But I'm going to try and show you what this looks like. So right now I'm clicked on, I have all these tabs open up here at the top of my screen. And if I come over here to tab scissors, first I'm going to click on that. And it's going to split at the selected tab and give me these two windows really nice and neat next to each other. So it automatically formatted both of those windows to fit side by side there on my screen. Super cool. So now I can kind of go back and forth between these windows if I'm working on a project and have the two views side by side. Now, if I want to put my windows back together as one window, then that's when I use tab glue. So I can click on tab glue and we're back as one window. There we go. So that is tab scissors to cut your screen into two windows and tab glue. Pretty cool. Okay, next up is Google Read and Write. So this is really cool. This is actually kind of a great extension for some of our friends with special needs in our classes. So there's actually a lot that Read and Write does, and I'll try and show you a few of those things. But first I'm going to go to a website. Let's say we're doing some kind of reading project, and I want to read about the first Olympics. And let's pull up Wikipedia. All right. So let's say we have this big article we're reading, and maybe I'm a student that needs some support with reading this. So Read and Write has quite a few options actually for support. So one is, I'm going to click to open Read and Write and turn it on. I think, there it goes. So here's my Read and Write tools. So one of the really neat things that this tool does is read aloud. So, and it will also highlight the words as it's reading. So let's see if I can find that. I'm going to click play and it'll start just reading from the top all the way down. Oh, okay, let's try that again.
Ancient Olympic Games.
There we go.
From Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Jump to navigation, search for the modern event, see Olympic Games.
Right, so it's going to start reading from where I clicked, and that means it's even going to read all the captions and everything. So let's say I want to come down here and read from here. I'm going to click here. Oops, let's stop that. Click on during and then press play. It should jump down. Nope. Nope. Okay. It's reading from the top again. But I can also take a screenshot and read just part of it, which is kind of cool. I can use a picture dictionary. Let's see if we can do this. Politicians, maybe. I'm going to see if I can highlight politicians and get a dictionary. There we go. So I can pop up a dictionary while I'm reading. I can also, if I find something a little bit simpler, let's say an article about Dalmatian dogs or something. I can also turn Read Write back on. Picture dictionary. Oh, there's large. Let's see if we can get dog, except that it's highlighted, which is kind of a pain. We'll try this one. Dalmatians, no match found, of course. But it will read aloud in my picture dictionary too. Here we go, dog. The other ones are hyperlinked, so it was a little challenging. There we go. So I can highlight the word dog as long as it's not a hyperlink, and the picture dictionary pops up pictures of that word for me. I can also hover over and have it read aloud certain things that I hover over. So if I turn that on, now I can select.
The Dalmatian is a breed of large dog. 3, noted for its unique black or liver spot.
There we go. So kind of cool. It lets you do read alouds. It has built-in dictionary tool. I'm going to turn that off. I can annotate on the page if I want. And oops, I'm going to close my picture dictionary. Highlight some things while I'm reading, right? I can color code and highlight some different things while I'm reading. So even too, as a teacher, if I were projecting my screen up and wanted to annotate a screen for the students while we're teaching, I can do that while I'm projecting. So Read and Write has a lot of really great tools. It's one of my favorites. It has a couple of limitations. So for free, you can use the Read Write extension read aloud tool, the hover speech, and there is a translate tool in here as well, which is pretty cool. But the other features are premium features, so it requires a paid upgrade. However, an educator can visit the Read and Write website and request a free educator upgrade. So I have the full version of Read and Write because I went to their website and under their help page, you can go to free for teachers and apply for free for teachers. So I was able to get myself the upgraded edition. So if I were using this as a teaching tool whole class or in a small group, maybe I could loan my computer to a student that really needed some extra supports, I could do it that way. Otherwise, you have to upgrade for individual students. You do get some really cool free tools. It is nice to have the read aloud tool and the translate tool for free on here as well. Oh, this one's a cool one too. So I can screen mask. So if you have students that need you to mask parts of a page while they're reading, they can do that online as well with the screen mask. So just a lot of really cool things. Definitely worth or I should say installing that extension and playing with. And if you're an educator, it's definitely worth emailing them to get the free upgrade. It's a super cool extension. All right, I'm moving forward. I could play with Read and Write for a long time. Okay, Grammarly. Grammarly is super cool. Grammarly corrects your spelling pretty much anywhere that you are typing something in on your Chrome browser. So I didn't install this for a long time because I thought, well, I have spell check. Why do I need Grammarly? But I kept hearing people talking about Grammarly, and so I finally installed it. So as an example, if I go to, let me close this. Let's say I'm filling out a form. So if I go to, let me just pull up a form maybe that I've pushed out to people. Let me go back. And here we go. All right, so if I'm in this form and I'm typing, it should. Oh, okay, not here. Bad example. Sorry, guys. It does correct your spelling when you are typing into forms and on websites and things. So I could just go to docs.google.com. Okay, and just open a blank document. And Grammarly should, at the bottom of my screen, be correcting me while I'm typing. So Nope, another bad example. Ah, sorry guys. Okay, I'm gonna not spend too much time on that, but if you try Grammarly, you'll notice if you're on a website and you're typing in information, you'll start to see this little green guy in the bottom of the text input boxes. It's a Grammarly checking your spelling. So I'll sometimes be on a website submitting information, and Grammarly now pops up on all my sites and turns red and underlines words if I've misspelled them. And you'll know it's running when you see this little green icon in the bottom right side of your screen. So sorry, I can't show you that too easily right now. That is free for just the basic spell check option. It'll ask you if you want to upgrade to some other features. I don't use the paid features. They're supposed to be pretty cool, but this could be a fun one just for checking your spelling as you go. Okay, Beline. Beline is another cool one and a great tool, again, for students that are having trouble with reading large sets of text. They might need some supports to be able to read paragraphs. And so Beline is a good one when you're reading online. It actually adds color to sentences to make tracking words easier. And it has an open dyslexic font option. So if you have any students in your class that are dyslexic, they could try using the Beline dyslexic font option, and that is supposed to help them with reading online text. So I haven't had any students to try it on yet, but it came highly recommended from a teacher friend of mine. So we're going to look at just one more, I think, one or two more. Mercury Reader, it used to be called Readability, and it's now Mercury Reader, is also another great tool for any students that need you to remove distractions, to highlight certain areas of text, to mask text. If they have trouble with large chunks of text or large paragraphs, this is another good one. It removes distractions from the screen. It also lets you edit font size and font type on your screen, and has like a save to read later function. I think that might be an upgraded paid function, but if I go back to Wikipedia, we'll test it out here real quick. I would love to close read write. There we go. So this is a Mercury Reader now. It used to be Readability, and I had to upgrade that. We're going to start using. So there you go. This is my same Wikipedia page that we had opened a minute ago. So you can see that it took all that small text and reworked it into this kind of cleaner, kind of nicer, bigger font, a little bit easier to read. So that is what Mercury Reader can do for you. Here we go. We can change this. There we go. So if students have an easier time reading a dark background with light colored text instead of the other way, you can change the text size, you can change the font. So a couple of just really simple tools to support online reading. And that was our last extension for today. So a handful of really cool ones to try and check out. Sorry again that I kind of messed up the Grammarly one, but it's really easy to use. You'll just install it and you'll start noticing your spelling being corrected in the most random of places in your Chrome browser. So if you have any questions about any of those, of course, you can email me or ask me if you need help navigating any of those, but that is it for today. So have fun playing with some new Chrome extensions. Great, and I'll stop my screen. Bye, guys.